Hey, what's up guys? So Joseph Fountain here, and I'm back with another review, tutorial, walkthrough. And today we're looking at a company called SoFi Invest. SoFi.
Talking about SoFi.
The company's actually been around for a little under 10 years, as far as I know, but the investing side is a new side. And so they've kind of taken on the approach as a lot of these companies are starting to take on now, where it's about having no fees, being able to invest for free. And that's kind of the new trend that a lot of these companies do. Now, of course, before we get into anything now, this is a legal company. You can scroll down to the bottom, do all your credentials, you can check SEC filings, all these different things. It is a legal company. I don't do reviews of companies that are faulty. And so here, right on the screen, you can see where it says become an investor for free. So they're definitely within times of how people like to invest and what they look for, like in their brokerage accounts. We're having no fees, like companies like M1 Finance and Robinhood and so many more that are starting to form out there, like WeBull, things like that. So here you can actually see that they offer more products with student loans, private loans. You can see and you can read here on the screen, they even have insurance and things like that. So a lot of people say, well, how do they make money? Well, one, they can make money from the money that's sitting within their account. It's some companies do that, like Robinhood, where they're able to make money from the money that's sitting in an account, the interest from all the money that they have. But then also, when a company has all these different products, understand that their job is to get you in the door. So a lot of the people that use these typically they use these types of brokerage accounts and these type of online investing companies, whatever you want to call it. Typically they're a lot younger, so they're going to go through life changes and things like that. And guess what? They will probably have this right in front of their face, where they're getting offered the chance to get a home loan and mortgage and things like that. You can see they have student loans, so college students are definitely a target audience. That's kind of how they're able to make money, from getting you in the door one place, but then also being able to resell you on other things if you may need them, as well as they have a money side where they have like 2% interest on their account, which is definitely current up to date on how these companies are doing nowadays. So just to start, now we're only going to cover the investing side, to where they definitely have different features here that you can maybe find something that will work good for you, and depend on where you are now. So the first thing that you see here is they have stock bits. Now this is pretty interesting. Now I've been watching them for some time, since they started to do the investing thing, just checking in, seeing what they're doing. And one of the things I heard that they were going to start trying to do, and they were testing, was fractional shares. So now they actually have it where you can do fractional shares, and that's called your stock bits. Now for me, fractional shares is like a big plus. Reason being, because if you're targeting a market of people that are a lot younger, they don't have access to as much money, or they don't really know how to invest, and giving the option where you can have fractional shares, as you can see here, you can start by investing your favorite company by $1, and they have the illustration just saying you can get a slice of a stock starting at $1. And so I'm a big advocate for that, because a lot of times people just don't have the money readily to invest. They don't know how, but these ways are good ways to actually start investing. And yeah, sometimes it seems like it'd be a drawback, but I don't really see it that way. I see it as giving people a chance to actually get their foot in the door and start investing. So that's a big plus for me when I'm looking at companies, because that's how I started. So I started investing like 12-13 years ago, and when I first started, really you didn't really have too many options of what you can do to investing. You had to come with a certain amount of money, or you had to come with the amount of money it takes to invest in the entire stock. And then you had a company called ShareBuilder that came along, that was later bought out by ING, that was later bought out by Capital One, and now it's no more. And so Stockpile was very helpful to a lot of people who started to invest. And so this concept of fractional shares is actually a really good one, and I actually recommend people that are looking to start investing to find those companies. You have this, you have companies like Stockpile. Stockpile has like a 99-cent fee though. It's just $1, but they have a 99-cent fee. Then you have M1 Finance, which has no fees as well. And then you also have some other companies like Stash that allows you to do it, but Stash has a very limited, they have a very limited option of how many stocks that you can actually, invest in, meaning how many companies you can invest in. So, but having this feature is definitely a big plus in my opinion. So now they have the stock mix rolled out, which I think is, is really good, and you pay 0 fees as we talked about before. And one of the things about being able to do fractional shares, I think it's also a good way to kind of teach your kids how to invest as well. So let's look at some other features that they have. They call active investing and automated investing. So go to automated investing. They have it set up that, hey, if you want to invest hands off, we have something where you can do automated investing. Now, I think it's pretty cool. Now, for me, I don't necessarily need, automated investing, but I think this is pretty cool if you're someone that's, very busy. You're someone that, you don't really have the time to check in every week on stuff, but you can set up a portfolio, and like it says here, we'll build and manage a portfolio for you without charging a management fee. So that's huge, because typically, you got to charge, you charge management fees for that. Acorn is a great company, but you do pay a small fee a month. It's really nothing. Like for most people, they pay like $1 a month, literally. That's about it. But here they say no management fee. So that's pretty cool. So like if you're someone that's just very busy, or if you have a hard time being disciplined yourself, you can set things up to where you can do these things on yourself, and it has your goal planning, your auto rebalancing, and diversification that you can add to these things. So it's definitely cutting edge. I know like M1 Finance has the auto rebalancing thing too. So I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely a plus in my book. And so active investing is kind of just investing on your own. Basically, you pick whatever companies or whatever funds it is that you want to invest in, and you would manage it yourself, and you would keep up with those things yourself. So they just have it kind of separated with those type of names: active investing, automated investing, stock bits, just kind of doing their own trend. Now this company has kind of taken its time to build. I like when I see a company that takes its time to add things in. They don't rush it. They take their time, they'll test stuff. That's a good sign, because that means that they're putting things in place, that are gonna stand the test of time, and so that way that they don't have a whole lot of glitches or a whole lot of drawbacks with their program. So that's definitely a good thing in how they've been able to build this portion of their business out. So I think it's a good look. And it looks like they're on track to do some pretty good things. So some other things that they have member benefits and things like that also, where you can see here where you can get some career coaching. You got a referral program, which I'll leave my referral link in the description. They change up what it is sometimes. At one point, you get $50 when you open the account if someone referred you, $25, and I think right now they're doing it like more so around the school loans and stuff like that. As in most brokerage accounts and most investing companies, etc., they do have resources and things like that, and they have kind of a unique way of they like to share their information. As you will kind of see that they're targeting like the younger generation, the millennial generation, and the generation after that. I can't remember the name. It's X, Y, whatever. I don't know, but they're targeting the generation of millennials and lower by the way they deliver their information, which which nothing wrong with that. It's pretty cool. So let's now take a look at the actual brokerage account and what it looks like on the inside. It's fairly simple, so it's not a whole lot to it. All right, so here we are. We're looking at the actual account. Now I actually just set this account up, so this is kind of like a live on the go review. Like I have not had a chance to like really go through this really, but I just set the account up, and it's really simple to set the account up. You set it up into your name, information, email, and then they're going to ask you, how would you like to invest, and then you choose which one you would like to do, whether it's active investing or automated investing, and then you'll go through putting all your other information in that's needed, like your social and things like that, for your account. So now this is very simple. There's not a whole lot to it. So for here, you can see this is the home screen, which gives you a rundown of your account here. And they have this feature up here called Relay. So Relay, basically, if you have like other accounts within them, you click on that, it kind of shows you everything in one place, like your banking, like if you got the money, their money account, their cash account, whatever they call it. If you have that, or if you have a loan, or whatever, it shows you everything all in one place. But here on the home screen, which is pretty cool, they have right over here in the corner, they have a live chat, so you can actually chat with someone and get some help, instead of having to try to call someone on the phone. And then you can see here, as the information I told you, they're offering their products. And so you can see here a lot of information is geared towards, a certain target audience, as I said before, more of the younger audience. So you can see they even have stuff here for like unemployment, personal loans, save thousands in student loans. You see a lot of things around, student loans and college and stuff like that, because that's a real big part of their business. So, just to take a look at how things work, you go into the money side, and here's where, if you want to, create, a money account where you can hold your money into. Like I told you, like a lot of these brokerages and these investment accounts and these banking, they've started to kind of intertwine. So not only do they just do investing, but now they want to offer you a place to hold your money. So that works out pretty good for a lot of people. Here you have your invest, and here's where you would go if you want to start investing. And like I said, their screen is very simple. And so here you can see this is just part of a watch list. I was playing around with it, but you can see they do a lot of images as well. I'm very big on the images because it helps people identify with the company, because they see, the logos and things like that. So that's really good, especially for people that are trying to, learn how to invest and things like that. They're able to equate, the company, the logo, along with the actual company, because most people don't understand knowing the ticker symbol for something, which is normally these companies have a ticker symbol. Like here, Beyond Meat, it says BYND. So that's what you would use in order to buy stock, like to identify the stock you're trying to buy. But when you have the images help, and the colors help. People respond to that very good, because it helps them identify with things very quickly. What I was doing here, why you see Beyond Meat here, is because I actually had made Beyond Meat is actually one of the investments I actually made when they came to market, because me and my wife eat their products. So wait a minute, hold on. So listen, I am talking about a stock, I am talking about a company, I am not a financial advisor. By no shape or form am I trying to tell you to buy into this company, that company, or another. You're encouraged to do your own research. So be sure to do your own research and find what fits for you. Had to give that disclaimer, because I don't want that smoke. I don't want no trouble. But this is just what it looks like when you do a search on a company. They have information here, and it's very simple. It's not complicated. Just like your M1 Finance or your Stockpile, their screens are not complicated at all. It's fairly simple, and it's fairly empty. You can just see here, you can play around with it and see how things have gone with a company. Like you can see Beyond Meat started here at $65 a share, and it's gone up significantly to where it is now. And guess who was right here as an investor? Your boy. I just knew it was going to be something good with that company. I was able to get in at a very small number. So but this is how you would look into the companies and see what it is. I'm already following, so if I wasn't following, it would say follow, and then you would click follow. If you want to buy it, you would click buy. Now I know they said you can buy fractional shares, so you can actually use this right here. And let's say if you want to put by how much money you had. Let's say if it's $5. I have no money in this account, so I just owned it, but I'm really considering kind of testing it out to see how it does. So once you put in $5, it tells you how much you will be buying. You'll be buying 0.03245 fractions of a share. So that's nice that it tells you how much you would actually be buying. So if you want to buy based off of shares, you will put 1 share, and that's how much the estimated cost is. Remember, there's no fee. So I wonder if you could put, like, I want to buy one share, would that do it? Oh yeah, it would. It does it. So 15.41 is how much you would have to pay for, well, 10% of a share. So you can hit invest and go right back to your dashboard to where you invest and your overview, and you will see here it takes you right back. And just like if you want to create a new auto investing account, then you could do that. But here you can see, like I said, it's pretty simple. And I think it's really cool the way that they are setting their system up. And they also have an app that kind of reflects that. So here we are just looking at the app right now, and you can see the app has a fairly simple screen, similar to what it is on the desktop. It's fairly simple to use, not difficult to use. And right off the bat, you can see that they have some products and things of that nature. This is your relay here, which I talked about that, where you can see where you can add your accounts in, and also says you can set up like your monthly spending target. So that's pretty helpful to help people budget their money, help them to be able to save their money and just watch how they're spending their money. So that's pretty cool. Then you have your money that's right here, and you can see this is where if you want to set up a money account, as well as be able to get your debit card or whatnot that attaches to it, etc. And you say fee free, so they don't charge you fees to use your own money, in line with the way things are today and how so many people are starting, or so many companies are starting to add the money accounts to their business. And so here's the screen where you would be investing, and you can kind of see here how it's set up pretty simple. Everything is mobile optimized, so that works really well with people who are just starting to invest. And then you have your loans here and things like that. So the app is fairly simple, not a lot to it, not too complicated. Everything's set up in order, so that way it's easy to use. It's a very easy experience for you to use. So I think that's definitely great, and I think it's a plus. I think it's a plus in my book with the way they've set things up. So there's a look at the app. Like I said, not a whole lot to it. This is just the referral side. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description. You can see what they're offering here for referrals right now. So alright guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'll try to answer whatever questions I can. But until next video guys, peace.